of Morne Morkel there in that previous over as we way the batsmen are getting some attention from the physio. It was almost premeditated by Mendes, wasn't it? I mean, two short balls and then again a short ball. He pulled it away to four and then he expected a fuller delivery, which he just flicked it off his legs.
Yeah, for sure. I think it was very obvious that once you got pulled off back of a length, there's a very good chance the bowler's going to try and pitch the ball up. And unfortunately for Morne Morkel, it just drifted onto his leg side. And let me tell you, not many Asian batsmen are going to miss a ball on leg stump.
Well, Alex Tudor has left us for the moment, and we are joined by two-time World Cup winning captain of the West Indies, Sir Clive Lloyd. It looks like Wayne Parnell will be continuing from the pavilion end. We'll just get thoughts from Sir Clive in just a second as one slip in position and Taranga on strike. Play and a miss there. Back of length just rising a bit. Feet not going anywhere. That's the kind of length and bounce perhaps you want to bowl at the moment.
Well, yes, the right sort of line, that sort of line and length. It's a corridor of uncertainty sort of thing. But I can say it's flashing blades this afternoon. They're playing some beautiful shots, and I think the crowd's enjoying it. And let's hope we see a lot more of it.
At the moment, it's Upul Taranga, 18 of 19. He's the stand-in captain. Angelo Matthews no longer available to Sri Lanka at the moment. It's Parnell running in. Fuller delivery. He's got through the offside once again. Pierced it. Fuller delivery. Drove it perfectly through the gap between mid-off and cover. Fourth boundary for Taranga. He's moved on to 22. It's 81 for 1.
Geez, the margin for error is so small, it's unbelievable. That was only just slightly over pitch, and he's got on top of the bounce and just allows his hands to just work through the ball.
And only on the last delivery, he was caught nowhere on the crease in terms of his footwork. This time, just stood and delivered it through the offside.
But the other thing about the Sri Lankan batters, they have very good technique. I haven't seen any of them yet with bad technique. They play very well. They hit straight.
Parnell to Taranga this time totally beaten. Again that back of length delivery, just a bit of shape outside the off stump and beats the outside edge. Taranga just stuck at his crease once more.
Yeah, and you have Morkel at this end, and he would get a little bit of bounce. He's tall, and there's a little bit of pace, a little bit of movement hit from this end, and you can get a bit of pace and bounce. So he's not as easy to hit as the others.
Parnell once again a slip in position, mid-off cover, backward point, mid-on, mid-wicket. This time on the off stump, Fuller delivery, and he's just pushed it towards mid-off. A.B. de Villiers, the fielder there. No run added. It's a good comeback from Wayne Parnell after that beautiful boundary.
Yes, he's just got to make sure his line's right. I think on this pitch, if you can get the line right, which is on probably about fourth stump, there is a little bit of bounce in the pitch. Not much lateral movement, but there certainly is a little bit of bounce, which allows you that little bit of leeway, as such, perhaps you can call it, to err maybe on the shorter side of the length.
Parnell once again, this time cut away. Fielder at third man will have to give it chase. It's Morne Morkel. He cuts it off, and the batsmen, meanwhile, are able to come back for 2 runs. Taranga moves on to 24. Just the last ball remaining in this over. Parnell has been a bit on the expensive side, obviously, after the Dikwela show. None for 41 in his 5th over. We start to consider if South Africa want to make a bowling change here.
Well, I probably will, but I must say that the Sri Lankans have set about this in a very positive manner.
Parnell last delivery again, this time short of length outside the off stump, swing of his arms, pulls it in the short gap between Silly mid-wicket and mid-on, gets another boundary, 5th boundary for Taranga, moves on to 28, and after 10 overs it's 87 for 1.
It's all too easy for Taranga at the moment. Got 5 boundaries in his 28, and he's watching the ball as if he's playing against a football. He's on fire at the moment.
You're listening to South Africa versus Sri Lanka in the ICC Champions Trophy live on Talksport 2 in the UK and around the world on Channel 2 Cricket Radio with me, Chetan Narula, Owais Shah and Sir Clive Lloyd. And well, no bowling change from this end yet. It's Morne Morkel. Again, when you look at his height, it says disconcerting bounce, doesn't it?
Well, I think Mr. Tahir might have a say here, something different, and a little slow, and he's very positive sort of bowler. He's a wicket taker, so I think he might be appearing quite shortly.
It's Morkel now, running away from the Vauxhall end, bowling to Kusal Mendes, who's just delivery outside the off-stump, just pushes it past the fielder at a backward point, gets a hand to it. I think it was JP Duminy. Meanwhile, the batsmen are able to cross over for a single, 88 for 1.
As a former captain, Sir Clive, would you turn to spin perhaps, a bit of change of pace?
Or else, if you have a bowler of the ability of Tahir,